Do you ever feel trapped in your own thoughts, unable to escape a cycle of doubt and worry, even though deep down you know it doesn't make sense? Welcome to the OCD Bubble, a place where reality and imagination blend until you aren't sure what to believe. The OCD Bubble is a term used in Inference-Based Cognitive Therapy, and it's a metaphor for a mental zone where OCD and health anxiety sufferers live with their doubts, avoidances, safety behaviors, and compulsions. Now be sure to listen to the end where I describe 4 steps to break out of the OCD bubble. Inside the bubble, reality is distorted. It's distorted by obsessive what-if questions and catastrophic predictions. The world outside the bubble is actual reality and facts where you can engage and thrive in your life. Imagine that you're someone with contamination fears. Every object, every surface might seem like a potential threat. You might be looking at a perfectly clean object. It looks clean. You've touched it before without a problem. But by all sensory accounts, there's nothing wrong with the object. But then OCD whispers, what if it's not as clean as it looks? This is where your brain moves beyond your senses and enters into your imagination in the OCD bubble. In the world of OCD, doubts are not driven by reality. They're driven by the imagination. Let's break down what OCD might say to a person with contamination fears. Number 1, germs are too small to see. There might still be harmful germs. Number 2, who else touched it? Could they be sick? And could they have left their germs? Number 3, was it cleaned properly? Maybe it's still dirty. Number 4, what if this is dirty? What if I get sick? What if I make somebody else sick? Now, these thoughts are not based on evidence or senses. They're purely imagined possibilities. Yet your imagination can turn your doubts into a convincing story that urges you to take action. In people with OCD, obsessional doubt is created by distrusting your senses and common sense and focusing and believing in remote possibilities instead of realistic probabilities. It's like the brain is hijacked by an imaginary fearful story based on this remote possibility instead of trusting reality. The consequences of believing your OCD story and living in the OCD bubble means continued suffering. Each ritual, each compulsion, each avoidance, while momentarily reassuring, only serves to keep you in the bubble. For example, imagine a person leaves their home and locks their door. Now, instead of trusting what they just saw, felt, and heard, they imagine a remote possibility, maybe I didn't lock it. OCD makes you doubt your own senses and tells you to check it again. It makes you believe that you'll be safer that way, but it sabotages you instead. You might check a door so many times that you're late to work, or you wash your hands so much that you damage your skin. The irony is that the more you try to resolve these doubts through your compulsions and rituals, the more you feed your OCD, making you less secure, more anxious in the long run. Now take a moment and imagine that you're on a bridge. On one side of the bridge is reality, what you know to be true. On the other side of the bridge is your imagination, the OCD bubble. You can choose which way to go. You can step back into reality where your doubts are irrelevant and meaningless, or you can jump into the OCD bubble, where every doubt demands constant examination, rumination, review, monitoring, and endless compulsive rituals. It's not easy, but recognizing this moment of choice is your first step towards recovery. If you have health anxiety, you can also make this choice. When you first notice a body sensation and have a health worry, you're also on that bridge. Are you going to imagine some kind of terrifying remote possibility about what that body sensation means and jump into the OCD bubble and begin to monitor your symptoms and avoid activities? Google, go to the doctor? Or are you going to stay in reality and move on with your day despite what you notice in your body? Escaping the OCD bubble begins with awareness. Here are 4 steps that you can take to help you from jumping into the OCD bubble. Number 1, identify the trigger. What's the thought, the image, or body sensation that shifts you from reality to doubt? Number 2, pause and reflect. Before acting on the doubt, by avoiding or performing a ritual, stand still. Pause. Visualize yourself on that bridge. The OCD bubble is on one side and reality and engaging in your life is on the other side. Number 3, choose consciously. Move towards reality, where doubts are seen for what they are, mere speculations, remote possibilities without proof. Number 4, write and reflect. Document your experiences. Understand your patterns. Discuss them in therapy or in a support group like the WarmHeart Hub. The WarmHeart Hub is a supportive community that you can join at PaigePradko.com. Now, this daily exercise helps you slow down the process, giving you a moment to choose and gradually find your way out of the OCD bubble. Breaking free from the OCD bubble isn't about denying your feelings, but understanding and redirecting them. Remember, you're not alone. For more resources and guidance for OCD and anxiety, visit PaigePradko.com. There's a whole community in the WarmHeart Hub waiting to support you. Until next time, I'll see you in session. Take care. Bye-bye.